Welcome to my latest case, Danger on Deception Island. To learn how to play, choose Gameplay Overview. When you're ready to start the game, choose either Junior or Senior Detective. Dear Ned, here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island, one of the San Juan Islands off the coast of Washington State. George's friend, Katie Firestone, is expecting me. Katie's a marine biologist who's doing research into deep water parasitic growth. She also owns a whale watching boat and takes tours out practically every day. I should be excited, but for some reason I feel on edge, like something's out of whack. Maybe it's because George and Bess arranged this little vacation for me, and sometimes their plans don't work out so well. Or maybe it's because we're about to dock at a place called Snake Horse Harbor. Kind of a creepy name for a town, don't you think? Or maybe it's because I haven't been on vacation for so long that I've forgotten how to relax. Anyway, we're here. It's not raining, but it's not sunny either. It's just kind of gray. Maybe that's why I feel so strange. Ever yours, Nancy. Katie?
Hi, you must be Nancy. I'm Katie Firestone. Come on, I'll take you down to the boat. Great timing, huh? I just got back from getting some groceries. George could not have picked a better time to arrange for you to come out here. Just last week, this orca showed up in the channel, and now it... Oh my gosh, what happened? Someone tore the place apart. The engine's a mess, parts are missing, others are damaged. Why would somebody do this?
Are you gonna be able to fix it?
I better be able to. I can't afford to pay someone else to do it, and if I end up having to replace a lot of parts, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We better call the sheriff.
Actually, I'd rather not get the sheriff involved. The insurance company would raise my rates, and I just can't afford that. Besides, I've got my very own private detective now. You.
But this is a crime. It needs to be reported.
Look, you're on vacation. Just go relax. Or bike into town, or take my kayak out. It's at the end of the dock. Just always wear your life jacket, and don't go past the channel markers. And if the fog starts coming in, head to shore fast. The fog we get around here is as thick as cotton. And never go out without a GPS. That's a global positioning system. Mine's somewhere around here. Anyway, your bunk's the empty one below. Why don't you go unpack?
Wonder what's in here. My trusty laptop. Good thing I recharged my batteries. My brand new anagram buster. If I come across letters that need unscrambling, I'll be all set. Cool. If I have to do research on anything, I can use this. It looks like whoever damaged your engine did something to your faucet, too.
It'd be great if you could fix it. The pipes are in the cabinet under the sink.
At least the person who messed up the faucet left all the pipes here. I hope. This goes here. This goes here. That doesn't go there. 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 This goes here. That doesn't go there. This goes here. The pipe's all fixed. I'll turn the water back on. There was something under the pipes. Apparently our saboteur took all the books out of the drawer up here. Must have been looking for something. Okay, what's the best way to get all these in here with no space left over? Complex morphological issues, microscopic tracheid analysis, microtome surfacing? Okay if I use your microscope?
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome! Wow! This note wasn't here before, was it?
No, whoever messed up my boat must have written it.
Uh-oh. Katie's GPS doesn't look so hot.
You know, Nancy, for what it's worth, I shot my mouth off pretty good at the town meeting last night.
What do you mean?
This orca, this killer whale, showed up in the channel about a week ago and has been hanging around here ever since all by itself. She was getting way too close to boats, so I called the National Marines Fisheries Service. They made some recordings and did some tests and are analyzing them. In the meantime, they ordered all boats to stay at least 300 feet away from her or risk paying a $1,000 fine. That's what the meeting last night was about.
Some people don't like that idea?
The people that fish for a living sure don't. They're steering clear of the whale by taking the long way around the island to get out to sea, which costs them time and fuel. Some people say she should be captured and towed out to sea.
And what do you say?
I agree with the no-boat zone. I also think that if she's found to be sick, she should be shipped to a research facility for treatment, not returned to her pod. I said as much last night, only much more strongly.
I'm afraid whoever tore up your boat also wrecked your GPS device.
Oh no. It'd be a shame for you not to go kayaking. I know. Bike to the Hot Kettle Cafe and see if Holt Scotto will let you borrow a GPS from him.
Who's Andy Jason?
Andy does whale watching tours too. If I had $1 for every time he's come here trying to talk me into selling out to him, I wouldn't be fixing this engine. I'd be buying a new one.
See you in a bit.
Have fun.
Hang on, I'll be right with you.
Actually, I'm looking for someone named Holt Scotto.
So what do you want? I'm Holt Scotto.
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm visiting Katie Firestone.
Well, now, why would you want to do a thing like that?
Call myself Nancy Drew? Or visit Katie Firestone?
Well, you're not one of them save the whale and heck with everybody else crusader types like she is, are you?
I'm just here on vacation.
Her true colors came out real clear last night. Us fishermen don't count. All that matters is rescuing that poor, precious orca out there. To heck with people trying to make a living. Of course, is the way she makes her living being hurt by that whale? Why, no. Her business is booming. Now, ain't that the oddest thing?
She's back at the boat right now trying to fix her engine. Somebody vandalized it.
She ticked off a lot of people last night. That's what she gets for being so meddlesome. Anyway, welcome to Snake Horse Harbor, home of Cadborosaurus. That's how this place got its name, you know.
Really?
Well, that's the sea monster Native Americans used to see out in the channel ever so often. Called it the snake horse. Had the head of a horse and the body of a giant snake. People on Vancouver Island started calling it Cadborosaurus after it or one of its relatives was seen a couple of times in Cadbora Bay. They call it Caddy for short.
Is it a friendly sea monster?
Back in the late 1800s, he took the rap for a lot of hoodoo around here. Fog would roll in at night, and men would just vanish. It was the snake horse, people would say. Little did they know.
Why do you think they vanished?
Well, they'd been shanghaied. See, a bunch of establishments in town had secret panels built right into the walls. Guy'd be having a drink one minute, and next minute he'd be clobbered over the head, whisked into a secret passageway, and taken out to a ship waiting in the harbor. He'd wake up on the high seas and discover that if he wanted to survive, he'd better do what the captain ordered. No matter what he was before, he was now a sailor. It was a cheap way for captains to get crews back then, and an easy way for some of the town's citizens to make money.
Did you say you were a fisherman?
4th generation. I've fished every ocean for just about every fish you can make money fishing for. Lived here for the last 11 years.
Are you retired?
Fishermen never retire, young lady. After all, what would we do? Go fishing? Only reason I'm not out there right now is because I've been in and out of campaign meetings since 8 this morning.
You're running for office?
I think it's high time people around here started doing what makes sense, instead of doing what's politically correct all the time. Harbor master we got now bends over backwards so far for the environmentalists, it's a wonder he can still walk upright.
Whoever trashed Katie's boat also ruined her GPS.
Oh, now that's a shame.
Thing is, I'd like to go kayaking while I'm here. Only I can't without a GPS.
Oh, now that really is a shame. Tell you what, I got a spare right here in my duffel. You know what else I got in my duffel?
I have no idea.
This is a little seamanship quiz I whipped up. I'm thinking about making people pass it before they're allowed to rent any kind of watercraft once I become harbor master. Here. The idea is to cut down on having to rescue people who got no business being out on the water in the first place. Trouble is, nobody's actually taken it yet. I need a guinea pig.
And that would be me?
If you pass the quiz, the GPS is yours. You'll need that container for the last question.
See you around.
Yeah, whatever.
What can I get for you, Nancy?
Since we haven't met, there's only one way you could know my name.
On the day my Aunt Iris turned this place over to me, she said, Jenna, you're about to become a real good listener. And darned if she wasn't right.
So you own this cafe?
Aunt Iris left it to me 3 years ago. It's been in the Dublin family since the day it was built, which was back in like 1866 or something. So, you're visiting Katie Firestone. My condolences.
Your condolences?
Me and her don't see eye to eye on a couple of things.
What kind of things?
That orca out there should be rejoined with her pod as soon as possible. Period. End of story. No matter what Miss Fancy Schmancy's science degree says. Other people may be bamboozled by all her talk of data charts and field tests and monitoring whatnots, but not me. The only thing she wants is to get that whale into an aquarium. It wouldn't surprise me if Katie's been secretly feeding it. which is against the law, by the way. And you know what else? It wouldn't surprise me if she trashed her own boat, because she knew that after that meeting last night, everybody would assume that Holt did it and not want to vote for him.
I got an idea. Let's change the subject.
What do you know about the Shanghaiing that used to go on around here?
It never went on, that's what I know. Shoving grown men into passageways and carting them off to ships never to be seen again? It's just a big, colorful, tall tale. Never happened.
Does Andy Jason ever come in here?
Everybody comes in here. Know how some people can't go a day without coffee? People around here can't go a day without a bowl of my clam chowder. In fact, if you ever want a free sample, just say the word.
So Andy Jason is one of your regulars?
Actually, he only comes in once or twice a week. Says he's too busy. Of course, the reason he's so busy is because he's too cheap to hire another person to help him run the place. Kinda surprised me when I heard he was trying to buy Katie Firestone out. Must have something up his sleeves, all I can figure.
Instead of the chowder, do you think I could try one of those muffins?
Coming right up. Next one will be on the house, too.
That was delicious.
Here, let me get rid of that for you.
Think I could try a bowl of your clam chowder?
Coming right up. Next one will be on the house, too.
That was delicious.
Here, let me get rid of that for you.
It's been fun talking to you.
Back at ya.
Too bad I wasn't invited. Sounds like they're having fun. What is this card thing?
Good question. Aunt Iris said it and the others like it have been on the walls in here since the place was built.
A book on sea monsters. Very cool.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me.
Hey, how's it going? Grab the phone, it's Nancy. While George picks up, I'm gonna turn down the heat under my roux.
Under your what?
Hey, Nance. So, how's your vacation going?
Fine, except for the fact that just before I arrived, someone vandalized Katie's boat.
What?
Don't worry, we're both fine. The engine of the boat was damaged, but Katie's working on it.
Why would somebody do something like that? Uh-oh. I bet it's got something to do with that orphan killer whale.
You know about that?
Katie told us about the whale when we called to tell her you were on your way. Someone vandalized Katie's boat because of a whale?
There was a town meeting last night. Katie apparently got a little argumentative.
Katie does have a mouth on her, especially when the subject is marine life. Did they find any fingerprints?
Katie wouldn't let me call the sheriff.
Why not?
She said she was afraid her insurance company would raise her rates.
Well, she doesn't have much money, I can tell you that. Uh-oh. Bess, is that supposed to be smoking like that? Oh no! Darn it!
Darn what?
My roux. It's ruined. Oh no! She wrecked her roux. It's not funny, George. Yes, it is, Bess.
What's a roux?
A carefully heated mixture of flour and butter. I was going to use it to thicken my gumbo.
You're cooking something?
She's hooked on this cooking show called Feasting for Fitness.
Let me guess. It's hosted by a guy, and he's very cute.
That happens to be true, but I watch it because I like his philosophy. Eat in moderation and eat only that which is made out of fresh ingredients and cooked with great skill, care, and judgment.
When did all this start?
2 days ago. Yesterday she cooked, or should I say ruined, crepes. They weren't ruined. I mean, you could still eat parts of them. Anyway, I want to hear what you're doing, Nance.
I can't help but think it's a little weird that Katie didn't call the sheriff after her boat was vandalized.
You think she's trying to hide something?
I know she's your friend, George, but I just got the feeling she wasn't telling me everything.
Well, it's not like she's my best friend or anything, but what would she be hiding?
This one woman, Jenna Devlin, she suggested that Katie trashed her own boat in order to discredit Holt Scotto and keep him from becoming harbor master.
So are you going to confront her?
I don't really have anything to confront her with.
Good, because as I recall, Katie doesn't do confrontation very well. My gosh, George. Is there anything else Nancy should know about this so-called friend of yours? Katie's fine. She just has a few edgy little quirks, that's all. Great. That's probably what they said about Lizzie Borden.
Holt Scotto and whoever vandalized Katie's boat seem to be fond of the word metal.
It's not exactly a word you hear every day. It's not exactly hard proof either. What else did this Scotto guy have to say?
He's tired of environmentalists always getting their way, like with that orca.
Do you think he has a point?
I can see why he's upset. I mean, that whale is making it difficult for fishermen like him to make a living, yet nobody seems to care. Must be very frustrating.
The bottom line is, he had a motive for vandalizing Katie's boat. Don't turn your back on him, Nan.
Jenna Devlin went ballistic when I brought up the subject of Katie and the whale.
What's her problem?
She's convinced that Katie just wants to study the whale, not really help it.
Sounds like a candidate for your suspect list to me.
You know, Jenna Devlin may have her faults, but being a bad cook isn't one of them.
What kind of stuff does she cook?
She's famous for her clam chowder, which is outstanding.
Well, don't just stand there. Get me the recipe.
If you ran a cafe and had a great recipe for something, would you give it away to anyone who asked for it?
I didn't say ask for it. I said get it. You're sneaky.
Aunt Iris probably left it to her with instructions to keep it in a vault somewhere.
Does Jenna own the cafe or just run it?
She inherited it. The place has been in the Devlin family for centuries.
Whoa. Buildings that old are usually haunted, you know. Oh boy, here we go. Well, they are.
I better get going.
Bess, do you smell something burning? Shoot! Bye, Nance.